And here we go indeed. GEKKO versus Lasky. Match number 2 here today for the 10th Cup of the winter season here at Face It Sunday Cups for Quake Live. And GEKKO going to find himself not only the Mega, not only the red, but also an LG to start the match off with. Takes a quick rail from Lasky, but I think he is more than happy with the beginning here.
Yeah, I mean, the railgun, oh wow, this is going to be an early catch-out with that lightning gun. Thank God he got up there quick enough. But yeah, just having the railgun off the start is not the end of the world at the moment here for Lasky. You're going to hit the angles across the map, and there are some big angles along narrow corridors and through the windows as well. So he'll be able to deal the damage, and he'll just want to try and get as much armor as he can. And while that's a ballsy play toward the red armor, GEKKO's going to somehow give that one away. And yeah, all of a sudden, turn things around, EDK.
Yeah, GEKKO gonna sweep on by that Mega, get himself a yellow as well. He is lacking LG ammunition. This is very bad a fight for him. And Lasky may not know that he's run out of LG ammo, but there is a cell box to get himself 50 cells again, so he can take this fight now at this red armor. Very important for him to have that LG of ammunition, but he's deciding to back away and instead take the shards, perhaps go for another yellow before this next Mega Hell spawns. But this is Lasky's moment to take control of this Mega position. That's exactly what he's doing, pushing GEKKO away from it. GEKKO not comfortable to take a fight there. Instead, he's going to have to try to set up some positioning on some armor, make his way around to red armor. But I don't know if he's going to make a commitment here. He's going to see how it goes and then back away if it gets bad. And that's exactly what happened. No opportunity, backs away.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here, DDK. I haven't casted this match a lot. I did help Garpy a little bit when he started on timings and so on and so forth. But actually, we're going to see a bit of an engage here, so we'll get onto that later as Lasky picks up that first frag. But this is a map that you can plus back on pretty well. If you don't want to give up a frag, you can survive. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, definitely. This map has sometimes the pace of a blood run match. It can be very low scoring. There are a lot of options. And sometimes it does come down to the 50-50s. When one player is really in control, it's which yellow is my opponent going to go for. But GEKKO actually does manage to make a steal, getting positioning in front of Lasky onto the Mega just in the nick of time. That's going to allow him to have a lot of breathing room, as now he only really needs to take one yellow, and he can make a big challenge on one of the major items, which could get him the big fight, the committed fight that gets the frag, then secures control. Lasky is going to be somewhat aware of this, so he's going to have to be careful. But he kind of gives away the red armor now, and it's all about this Mega. And here comes GEKKO. The start of the fight is very good. GEKKO is pushing forwards. Lasky tries to get out of there, barely manages to do so with fantastic rockets to defend himself with.
Yeah, really great performance there. He knew both players were about 200 HP apiece, and one rocket that would have separated the gap, and GEKKO really did take full advantage of that. And now he's going to be able to pick up absolutely everything. The red armor as well, maybe even deny the yellow. Almost catches Lasky out as he takes the bounce pad, and a great railgun is going to put him extremely low. This should surely be a kill. Lasky on the defensive, but it won't be enough as expected, and GEKKO's going to tie things up 1-1 with the red armor as a nice, tasty little gift.
Definitely. So GEKKO in a really good position. Now he's going to want to slow things down, really lock down Mega, make sure that he can prevent his opponent from getting that one. And it's spawning very soon, and GEKKO is going to be attacking into the room, and Lasky's going to go for the defense, hits a very nice rocket, and red is up in 5 seconds, so GEKKO does have time to swing around for this. What is going to happen here? Is Lasky going to commit, or is GEKKO going to get this for somewhat free? It looks like it is going to be a free pickup, so Lasky now well and truly out of control. He's got to slow the pace, he's got to pick up the yellows, get himself up to that 100-150 kind of armor stack before he can really decide where he's going to attack next.
Well, he knows GEKKO's got a lot of armor, so next on his mind is probably going to be the Mega Health over the red, and they're spawning at the same time, so there might be a small opportunity here for him to get both, but there is only a teleporter separating the two, and actually strange decision to come in toward the Mega Health. Completely opposite was what I was expecting, and that's going to allow GEKKO to get both of them. Yeah,
so indeed, it's just 1-1 at the moment still, and Lasky just going to jump over to check his stack out. 72 points of armor, so he's in a very fragile position at this point, and you can see that he's really trying to this is a position where he can hear a lot, so he's waiting for those cues to really figure out where his opponent is, and takes the yellow, but that's a lot of LG damage, completely negating the pickup that Lasky just received. So Lasky, he's in a very, very fragile position. He cannot take damage at the moment. Mega's coming up. He's putting forth the grenades. And where is GEKKO? He's late for the Mega. And that's a really big error from GEKKO. It's going to allow Lasky right on back into the game.
Yeah, the yellow armor is a gift as well. Now he's effectively in a better position than GEKKO, because that health is going to come really into his advantage as we move forward toward this red armor. Lasky's going to come charging through. This should surely be a frag. Brilliant LG here. And then we go 2-1. And look at the timers on the left of the screen, DDK. He can pretty much pick up everything, bar maybe the upper yellow.
Yeah, certainly. It was actually I mean, if GEKKO goes back to watch the VOD of this game, he's going to have to see that Mega Steal, that one mistake, that's what enabled Lasky to get the frag and turn control around and put GEKKO in almost a game-losing situation. If Lasky's able to just hold on to this control forever, then GEKKO is going to be done. So GEKKO's got to find an answer here against the 200 Lasky in front of him. And he could get caught close range with the LG. Lasky, though, holding his position, not going for the pursuit there, taking it slow, and there is nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I think one criticism maybe is that he isn't considering delaying a couple of these items, because if you look on the left of the screen, we're continually seeing the red armor and the Mega Health spawn at the same time, maybe the third time so far this game, and that's not going to be really ideal as somebody trying to keep the lead or at least keep controllers. It's only a matter of time really until we see one of the players take them away, and I don't want to see it next time round in about 15 seconds.
So this enters a very, very critical point for GEKKO and Lasky, because GEKKO, he has no items up for him right now, and Lasky knows exactly the pattern of every single item, including both yellows. He's going to attack onto the red, and he doesn't deal with GEKKO fast enough, so GEKKO gets the red and leaves with his life, and that is a huge moment because Lasky could have had a frag. GEKKO, he is going to be breathing a huge sigh of relief there as he's going to drop for the Mega Health, makes the play, he picks it up mid-fight. This is a huge moment there. He manages to survive, he escapes, great defensive rocket, that changes everything. Now both players seem somewhat even moving into this next red armor that will be spawning.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's going to be feeling mentally after that fight, because that was some shocking lightning gun from GEKKO. The rocket obviously saved him, but that could actually harm him moving forward if he doesn't want to commit to an LG fight like that, because eventually he's going to have to, and it needs to be better. But Mega coming up soon, GEKKO just staying around the outskirts of that, trying to find a railgun, but of course Lasky just so stacked at the moment, comes charging through. The railgun finds him the frag, and now GEKKO just in a really tight-knit situation. Although, Mega, yeah, there we go, the bit of a delay, but picks it up.
I think the interesting thing there was that after that fight where GEKKO managed to just put that last really nice defensive rocket in as he went through to the red armor room, placed it on the tele exit, I feel like he didn't. I mean, for us, we can see perfect information, so we know everything. It's really easy for us in hindsight. But for GEKKO, he just had to realize that the stacks were actually really close, and he could have just taken a fight at Mega, because now the map has been given away, and I think that little risk there in an even fight is much better than the situation we're seeing now. And Lasky, I don't see him letting go of this. There's not much time left in the game. He's charging onto the red. GEKKO's going to take it. He's got good LG, but Lasky is just too stacked. He's going to take the frag as GEKKO runs out of ammunition, and that's going to be 4-1.
Yeah, I mean, it's only a couple of percentages separating the two on the lightning gun, but you can definitely see GEKKO's just a little bit off his game when it comes to that 1v1 fight. And at the start of the fight, whilst obviously there was a lot more armor going in favor of Lasky, GEKKO wasn't too far behind, and you know, I feel like he could have taken that if he was a little bit stronger on his aim today. But regardless, yeah, things are looking dim for him at the moment. 2 minutes left. He'll get the Mega, but with no armor, that's going to be stripped almost instantly. The lower yellow's not up for him. The upper yellow will be taken by Lasky. And yeah, I'm not really seeing an opening happening anytime soon for him, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, so the next big item is red. I'm going to jump over to GEKKO's pop. If he comes out huge with some shots here, he could actually make this happen, and it's got to happen now. If he dies here on this red armor, it's going to be all over. Oh my god, that rail was ridiculous from GEKKO, but is it going to amount to anything? He's got to follow this up shortly. If he manages to make the next frag in the following 20 seconds, he'll have like a minute to make 2 more to tie up the game. So it is actually quite possible, and he's got a stack now to work with. Lasky, though, if he plays defensively correctly, it is going to be so difficult for GEKKO. Let's see if he can do it.
Yeah, one railgun, that's all Lasky needs to hit to even the fight in a 1v1. GEKKO now getting the red, so that's going to help him out a little bit. And it's going to be all about this next Mega Health. Maybe being able to pick up a frag here. Charges through with the rocket launcher. Lasky just on the plus back, trying to escape. And we mentioned earlier, DDK, you said it's so easy to plus back here if you want to get away. And that's what GEKKO's got to kind of be careful with at the moment. If he chases too hard and gives up the items, that's going to go in Lasky's favor. So we've seen that Mega Health spawn. GEKKO's going to leave that up. Lasky's coming on the aggressive now, but we'll actually get the kill as well. 4-2, 40 seconds remaining.
And all the items are up because of the chase madness. GEKKO trying to cut Lasky off at every turn, actually managing to get it. Going to go for the rocket jump pursuit. Here he goes, misses the flick rail as he goes through the upper level, and now he's got to try to catch his opponent as Lasky is just nowhere to be seen out of that teleporter. 20 seconds remain, and things are looking worse and worse. GEKKO only seeing a rocket there, then only seeing his opponent for less than 50 milliseconds as he disappears again around another corner, and GEKKO just can't quite catch up. And that's going to be the game. 4-2 the score as UALASKIJ reigns supreme on Sinister.
Yeah, GEKKO could have taken that one. I really felt like he could have. I mean, the damage, about 600 separating the two. The items about even across the board. Mega Health's going in favor of GEKKO there as well. So GEKKO, you would argue, perhaps had the majority of, say, items on the map, but maybe not the best control or period of control, because once you have that lead toward the end of the map, just so easy to run away. And at one point, UALASKIJ had 13 HP for a good 40 seconds as he was hiding. So, yeah, good game, well played.
Yeah, there were actually a lot of interesting moments for both players. If they can look back at the VOD, I think they can both learn a lot from that match. So, all right, guys, on that note, another break coming up. We'll be back right after this with more Quake Live.